third staff to be on here at Mississippi State. Just what an opportunity is it to work with Coach Leach every day?
Well, it's exciting. He brings a different, I guess you would say, style of coaching than maybe I've been used to. But at the same time, he's very businesslike in his approach, and he gives you a job to do, and he expects you to carry out that job.
What's it like for you to move back to the defensive side? That's where you spent a lot of your coaching career, but just getting an opportunity to work on that side of the ball again.
Well, I'm very excited. After working on the offensive side, coaching tight ends, it gives me new energy as I go back on defense, because now I'm able to relate to a lot of things that people are doing offensively nowadays, especially with the zone reads and the RPOs and things like that. And then also getting back into the 3-3-5, which I have some experience with, in my past, in my history. So being able to do that against what people are doing nowadays is very exciting, especially at a defensive school like Mississippi State has been throughout its history.
How much has Coach Leach relied on you this first month or so, just with personnel and just your knowledge of this program inside and out?
Well, he's asked me a lot of questions about different things, and as we were riding through Mississippi recruiting and going to different homes and different schools like that, so we had a chance to spend a lot of time together, and he asked me specific questions about different things, and up until the best of my ability, I was able to answer him and help him, relate, because Coach Leach is very, very intelligent and very well read, that he had already read up on the history of Mississippi and the different geographical parts of the state and how they all come together, and so he has a very basic understanding of a lot of things, but me being able to answer questions for him, I think, was exciting.
With you coaching the tight ends last year, how do you feel like that group is going to be able to transition into to Coach Leach's offense?
I think they'll be fine. I don't know specifically what their plans are in detail, but through the development of those kids, I mean, there's some really good talent there, and I think that Coach Leach and his offensive staff are very, very innovative in what they do. So I think those kids will be finding themselves in a vital role on the team.
Whether it was with Coach Moorhead, now with Coach Leach and things, do you have a lot of fun and kind of, I guess, giving these guys some of the background and the lay of the land kind of deal, as long as you've been in this state and here at Mississippi State, your experiences here, is that kind of fun for you to be that guy, that kind of the backbone that they rely on?
Well, I tell you, it is fun and exciting at times, and then there are other times where, sometimes things happen and go on that sometimes maybe, I won't say difficult to understand, but maybe a little bit different culturally.
Yeah.
Because Mississippi is this, and it's the most valuable resources in the state of Mississippi are its people, and how people interact and how they get to know you on a personal level is what the Mississippi people are all about, and then they want to be able to trust you and have that personal relationship with you, and so building that trust, sometimes it takes time, and sometimes you have to go to different places and drink a cup of coffee or eat a meal with them, and then you're one of us. So understanding those things culturally and tying that together, sometimes it just takes time to understand the people, but it's
one of those deals where, I guess Dak started it, but talking about family kind of deals, and one of those deals where you have to instill, when you're dealing with a new coach coming in or something, how much that's more than just kind of a slogan kind of deal. Do you kind of preach that to them a little bit?
Well, the thing is that you talk about with Mississippi being about the people or engaging the people is I think it's the groundwork, and then they want to touch you, they want to feel you, they want to know that you're real and that you really care about them and this university from the heart, from the spirit, and being able to make that connection is very important. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, you did. You did. You sure did.
How have you been able to kind of pass that mentality and philosophy on to some? Because with the new head coach, obviously means new assistants. So have you been able to mesh with them? I know Zach was talking about you kind of being like a fountain of knowledge since you've been here for so long. What is your relationship like with those guys and trying to mesh with them?
Yes, you know, you teach them. I don't want to say teach them, but you tell them that when you go into a high school or you go into a community college, or basically you try to put them with people that are going to connect with them just as well as they connect, you know, from the other side, and that. You know, for example, we go to a high school together, and you just explain to them, saying, you know, we're at this high school in the Delta, and in the Delta, here's what you will find. Mm-hmm. Or you go to a high school on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and you know, the people on the Mississippi Gulf Coast are a little bit different than the people in the Delta, or the people that are in the hills are a little bit different than the people in Northwest Mississippi or Northeast Mississippi. So you try to explain to them, and you try to condition them, but you know, some of that, you know, it just takes time. But you know, they go in with a knowledge of, okay, well, it's just like what you said, Coach.